Don't forget to put his data tag in there, man. For Bates.
It should be. That's what we were told.
Yeah.
Do I see it? Yeah, I see it. It's good.
All right.
I think.
Yeah, it looks like I see both of them moving. All right, so here we are for winners finals of Samuari Shodown here at Make It Reboot September. We got Painbot and BigBates, two of the big boys in Atlanta who've been taking 1 and 2.
Pretty much 1 and 2 with it. Just about everything. I want to say the only 2 things that have been out of the equation were the first Sam Show monthly at GB, where Milo won that and Bates got second, and then last month for the August one, where Painbot got first, but next night it's got second.
Yeah.
That
one. So here we go. So this is Painbot's been known for playing this Haohmaru lately, and they sticking with his signature Genjuro.
Projectile battle, if you will.
Putting out some fakes.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna have to be really mindful of. Bates' favorite button, Genjuro 2C, like that has to be one of his favorite buttons in all the fighting games.
Yeah, he's definitely not ashamed to press it. And Bates is definitely known for putting the rec app behind his recoil.
Right.
All right, come on, coming from the top with the stand C.
Yeah, that came over the 2-wheel. And that's all he really took from it, because he could have took the DP with it as well, but he still gets a running D. And Bates just checking him because he knows he has to pay a lot of respect. Great, 2C.
It's like he let it whip at just the right range.
Yeah. And that was so dangerous for him too, because he was doing that in range. So it takes so much bravery. So something like this does not happen. Flip the weapon on the deck, half guard gone, chop with a 5C.
All right, BigBates returning with a weapon flip technique of his own. Crowd getting hype.
Now, can he pick up the weapon? He understands that it's going to be a real big risk for him. Bates looking for him with the 2C, getting punched off, trying to pick it up. Huge advantage for Painbot.
Okay, good use of the stance break. Oh, just slightly out of range for the far M.
But he had it on his mind. And it's good that he's using the M, because if he would go to the H and he would run into the deflect, he can entirely throw the round away again to a heavy deflect. Why is the Painbot to stick to the M?
All right.
Throw 2C, no DP. I like that. He knew that he had the option to DP from the recoil, just went ahead and cleaned it up on his own. Weapon flip. He gets it, but
Painbot basically threading the needle there, getting a big payoff.
Yeah, but he gives him the weapon again, but still, big lead for Painbot, but he finds himself tucked in deep in the corner.
All right. Pretty weak punish on the Farsi, but he got something.
2B. Trying to bait him with a recoil, nothing there.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths of Haohmaru, is that he can kind of leverage that Farsi from far away without being blatantly punished.
All right. The burst. Danger. Here we go. Easton's on the table. Throw weapon flip. Forces the burst. He knew what was coming. Holds on to his resources. It's a dangerous game we're playing. That's going to be the weapon flip. And if that's not the round, it's going to be something good for Bates.
The life lead is still in the way. Well, never mind. Bates going in for the command grab.
Yeah, even with the life lead, it was so hard for him to do anything because he used his burst, weapon on the deck, so he can't use anything. He would have had to taken like 2 or 3 good hits just to take that. So, hard battle.
All right, we're going into game 2. Now, historically, Painbot's the one who gets the better of the Sue, but ooh, okay.
Man, that 2CB lurking, DPs as well. Taking the trade from the card, and he thought he was standing there and blocked. Got his hands out.
He's been pretty accurate with those far Cs.
And he got the deep jump.
All right, catches Bates sleeping, gets a nice little throw in. Nah, no anti-air.
Yeah, they haven't been like too sharp with the anti-airs. They've hit a couple now and then, but not as much as they generally do.
All right, looks like Painbot's trying to tease something out, and he manages to get it.
Oh, he ran in there. I was kind of wondering if he wanted to throw at that point, but he couldn't get there just in time. Universal overhead, over the overhead, down with the full record. Puts him in the race.
Catches him trying to jump away from wake up.
Yeah, back up. Just clear the set.
There we go.
Burn the time. That's the important thing, because he's waiting for the raid to get down. He knows he can't commit to anything too big, or he's going to lose his weapon. Gets to running out. Bates him again with the recoil.
Yeah, Bates is definitely a big fan of the wreck off the recoil. And I don't think Painbot's put a really strong answer on it. He's blocked it a few times.
Right.
But nothing to just blatantly discourage him.
He's DP'd it once. That's really it.
Ah, yeah.
Looking for a deflect, and that's really rare out of Painbot to look for a deflect on his own. It's usually Bates. He's coming in with the running D. Wanted the DP, but it's not enough that shit.
Returns to do his DP of his own.
And it's really huge that he got it right there, because not only did he take the round, Painbot put him into rage. So this is dangerous for Painbot. He's got to pay a lot of respect for a couple of seconds before it wears down.
Well, he seems pretty active to me.
Yeah, and he's getting away from the throw as well.
All right, there we go. Puts a nice punishment, and more importantly, gets the corner carry. Now he's able to keep his, try to keep Bates contained in the corner.
So he really threw the deflect on a bunch of Ds, but he didn't get anything. In fact, he got 5C. Painbot equalizing. It's 1-1.
Well, you can kind of tell he's getting more and more accurate at seeing when Bates just wants to run in, maybe for a throw or running K or anything like that.
Right. Here we go. Game 3. 2C out, 2B out the gate. Yep. Non-deflectable. It's a real low. Got the match.
So not only that, his weapon's off the screen, but Bates brings it back.
Yeah, I don't know why he was so. Well, I get why he backed up into it, because he couldn't like reset the screen, so he wanted to protect it. But still, it gave Painbot a little room to work with. Had to lose some life to get his katana back.
Yeah, all in all, it wasn't too bad. He still has a pretty good fighting chance here.
Ooh, deep. Jump C2C. Oh, he got it back there. But it doesn't matter too much. It doesn't matter. He used his rage, but he's still really low, so Bates can just take this with hit, and he does. Yeah,
the weapon disadvantage definitely diminishes when you don't have the health to fight the opponent.
Yeah.
Because the moves aren't terrible. Right. They're just not totally
powerful.
Yeah, powerful. Oh, okay.
Big man cleaning it up with the DP, taking a half bar lead.
Still leveraging that 6-6 A.
You know, I think it's really funny, because that's one of the things I talked to Bates about, where one of the changes Haohmaru got is his running A is punishable on block, but he hasn't punished it yet.
So one of the interesting things that Painbot has mentioned is that...
reset. Yeah, that's a reset. And he thought he had the range for the SSM. Gonna catch another one, forces the burst. Here we go. Push the East, get the Eastern, and that's the round.
Painbot going down another game. Bates going up. That exciting back and forth. That
Bates is actually out here tapping his chest, because he knew that was a wild scramble. And he walked away by the skin of his teeth, because if he was like a couple of steps closer, he'd have just lost clean to SSM.
Yes, right. All right, I wonder if he could have put a dash behind it, but anyways.
He had the time.
He on the next one.
He just thought he was in range. That was so heads up by itself to think to do the SSM, but yeah. That would have been next level to put the dash behind it. But we got to keep up. We got to keep up. Round 4.
Gets to close C.
He's looking for the whiff punish on the 5B.
Right, Bates just bulldogging his way in. And Painbot takes notice of that, goes in for the throw, gets the corner.
And he's got all the space to work with if he wants to play the projectile game again. Wants to try to keep him hidden in the corner, get the crowbar, try our way out with a DP.
All right, expected Bates to come in with the far seat.
And he's lucky he bumped that as well, because that far seat was lurking, that far jump seat. No good interrupt with
using that 2B to interrupt.
Weapon. Trying to see if we can get the break point over. He got to the flip. SSM.
What a way to start the round.
And that was a heavy deflect as well, so there was no response from Bates. Nothing he can do. Weapons behind him. This is looking hard for him. I think we're going to game 5. I like that. First of all, he got BigBates making big plays, trying to keep this alive. Gets to the backside. He has the Easton to threaten with, but he can't keep him off the weapon. He knows he can't pick it up. It's really dangerous for him. The record, not enough.
Bates running it back.
And he still has the Easton. He still has half his rage. Gets it for his
668 what? 668 in the Easton. So Painbot was just looking for any ray of hope and got it snatched away.
And with all of that, we find us here in the final round of game 4. No meter on the bottom, so this is going to be a real showdown.
There's nothing to hide behind, no rage explosions. Though Bates is still sitting on his SSM.
Right. Doesn't take the DP from there, doesn't want to risk it. Content is just sitting on the sleeve, trying to see how far he can whittle Painbot down. Dash going to be big. No DP behind it, but he picks up the spare.
Yeah, everything is definitely going to be for keeps now that they don't have those meters up.
How does Bates get himself out of the corner? Painbot has him locked in, throwing the tornadoes. Gets one, taking a little more real estate with him. But the alpha counter?
Yeah, Bates has been using that stance break very smartly. They did that far B. Just barely clips him with the DP.
Yep. Right after he coaxed him into jumping as well. Knows that he's kind of fearful from a throw at this point. Come over the top and he interrupted the 5C. In the backside. It is important that he got to the backside because he forced his record. But Bates finds the opening, has him on the ground, and he wins it.
Catches a throw. And we're going to game 5.
Tight bout.
All it took is one mistake.
Yeah. And I can see it on Bates' face right now. He's been up 2 games. This is not a position he finds himself in very often against Painbot. But he would love to find himself in grand finals on the winner's side. He's got to put 2 rounds together now if he wants that, or he's going to have to drop down and fight Ace in a bracket of alternative success. What's happening? Overhead from the recoil? Hello?
Gets crossed up.
I like the idea. Same front side this time. A little bit of the mix-up to his recoil.
Not only did Bates put himself in the corner, he got a nice little punish for his trouble.
It's one thing that he put himself, but it was the other heads up for Painbot to not try to punish it, but to walk out so he has all the space to play with. Back away from the rage. Pump the brakes.
And Painbot just trying to tease out something.
Waiting for the rage to go down because this is so big for him. Now it's going to be a huge uphill battle for Bates. Gets his DP crammed back in his pocket. Painbot 1 round away from going on the ground.
Yeah, I wonder if he used light DP that didn't have the invincibility on it.
It doesn't. That got changed.
Yeah,
he had to use that.
You got to use medium for medium has anti-air properties. But in any case, he missed it.
Oh, he's got that. That's so huge. No, you can't reach for it. He got his weapon back, but at what cost? It's so hard for him now. Can't get the weapon flip from the throw. Tried to use the rage and got shanked.
And you hate to see it, you know. Bates put in that work, got those 2 games, and as soon as Painbot found his opening, he managed to run it back. But really liked about that set is how he was using the fireball and the slow post to force Bates into bulldogging and making his throw way more effective.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, you felt like he was getting hit with a lot of 2Cs and everything, but once he convinced Bates to settle down,
yeah,
he was able to implement his game plan. So here we have Ace Uno. And for those who are not aware, he's an old school SNK head, won some of the older final rounds. Ace Uno, Ace_Uno. So, yeah, one of the old SNK heads. He really loves Garo, marking the rules. He's, I think, gotten really high placings. I think even won some of the older final rounds in KOFs. So I didn't actually know he lived in Macon.
He what?
Mm-hmm. Oh. So he said he moved here about 3 years ago, and then he randomly saw this tournament on Facebook. And so he decided to show up.
Huh. That's beyond ironic, because I had in my head that he's from North Carolina.
You're thinking of Ace Unlimited.
I am thinking of Ace Unlimited, but every time North Carolina comes for something, that's where I feel like Ace comes as well. So I kind of just put them together to some degree, but
Okay.
he's from Macon. Today I learned.
Yeah, he said he originally lived in Forsyth, and then he moved down to Macon about 3 years ago. So, and then he got in the Sam show, and the rest is history, because he finally got around to playing Bates and Painbot, so they're aware of him. And they didn't know about his history of SNK history.
Right.
So I let him know about that. But yeah, so unlike a lot of the newer players, he's going to know a lot of the basics of what's going on, even if he hasn't really polished his game quite yet.
Well, let's see if he can make good on his fundamentals, because this is something that could be a little detrimental to you. Bounty is on the line. $30 in Ace's pocket if he can take Bates down right now in the losers finals. But the start's not looking so good for him. 10 seconds in, and he already finds himself back to the wall.
Now, this is a matchup that Bates should know pretty well, because this is the character Painbot originally played.
But we say that, but we have to remember that Painbot hasn't really played a lot of Charlotte since the patch, so I kind of question how fresh Bates is on this matchup. We'll see.
Well, he seems to be doing all right so far, maintaining a life lead, not putting himself in any unnecessary danger.
Right. Crashing through with a dashing C. Switching sides, content to playing 2 or 3 character lanes out. Doesn't want to play in the poke range at all. And that's something I like from Bates. Because remember when we used to see him at Southern Fried Gaming Expo, he was really content to staying in the range and deflect. Now, granted, he had a better deflect to work with back then. It was just he was willing to take the risk reward. Now he's playing a more fundamental game and just milking Ace for everything he's worth. 15 seconds left on the clock.
You can tell he's just watching Ace carefully and not letting him get his fireballs off, because just sitting on his advantage and forcing Ace to come in on his on Bates terms.
And it looks like it's about to get the crunch time. Bates whiffing the throws. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. Comes from the top side with the tomahawk. Cuts him in half for round 1.
I don't know if that was the intention of his record, but he made it count. And Ace just feels like he's just kind of at a loss of how to approach Bates at all.
I mean, didn't this character get nerfed? Isn't Genjuro trash? Isn't he easy? It's not really looking like the case right now.
Oh, I thought a big jump in was coming behind that one, but he managed to respace himself.
And I don't know if that was the entire intent of the record, but it looked so smart, because it looked like it played into the plan of where it's either going to hit or he's going to go back to 2 character lanes away. That's his entire game. Doesn't want to play on his block. Doesn't want to deal with this right here. Gets away from the cross-up. And only a light punish on the withdrawal. Bigger punish coming out of Ace though with a 2C.
Yeah, his 2C just kind of is just catching Ace trying to move away from him.
Ooh, I thought he got in there and got a throw just in time. But he got that DP
though. Yep. Yeah, Ace is just trying to figure out something. You see him moving around, trying to find some kind of bearing, but he just can't get comfortable. Like, you can just feel his discomfort through the game.
Yeah. Trying to come from a 5D to a jump. Got that stuffed out by the DP. Recoil left on the table. Bates in charge to UO, and he goes to the backside. He hit him with a cross-up. That was a Tekken cross-up. Dead body hop.
Base up. Look like he's having no trouble, so Ace Uno's going to have to reorganize his game plan and try to figure out something to make Genjuro scared.
It's really hard for him, because no matter if we're talking about new Charlotte or old Charlotte, she hasn't been one of the most damaging characters. And Bates understands that. So it's one thing that he's winning neutral. It's one thing that he's defending himself so well. But he knows that he's also going to out-damage Ace at any point in time throughout the match. So he just feels like the big boss. Pun slightly intended.
It's like, yeah, even when Ace Uno is right, what's really happening? He's getting slapped on the wrists constantly. Even getting hit by the fireballs.
Yeah, we just saw 2 of them right there with the running M's, but a 2C does more in one felt swoop. And now this is time for Ace to really shine, but again, he can't find the footing. He gets snatched up in his own rage, and the time is ticking.
Yeah, Bates does not even care about the rage. He's just going in because he just feels like he just owns the screen, which he basically does.
It would be so good if he can finish it right now while he has it. Didn't think he'd get the L, but flags him down with the running C. Ball, I thought it was in Ace's court, or Bates' court, but lucky for Ace, that rage is gone. Even Stevens again as we go in round 2.
The rage may be gone, but Bates' control of the match isn't.
Yeah.
But that's a good start of any. I feel like if Ace can hold on to his life lead and not squander it, Because he hasn't really had the life lead thus far.
Yeah, but I mean, even in a situation like that where you see Bates jumping vertically in his face, no DP there, that says a lot in my mind. Even with the lead, he doesn't feel safe. He doesn't feel comfortable because the Bulldog is coming in. See him charging through Rekkas and DPs.
Yeah, you just feel like he's just trying to stay alive, even though he has the life lead.
Stayed on the front side with the crossover, but finds himself getting tossed in the corner. First weapon flip we've seen, and it's going to be a big one.
I'm surprised no burst came out, because he's just around down.
Yeah.
But I think at this point he's pretty flustered, I feel.
It's either flustered or breaks in confidence. Got the neutral jump over the throw, and he pulled the weapon away from him. He pulled it away from him. Yes. This is pretty much it.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Charlotte's barely doing much with a weapon, so it's like...
Yeah, all she has is her slide. Now, Bates needs to be a little careful that he doesn't throw the lead away. But, I mean, when you chop off the last four for the good Eason, you don't have to worry about it too much.
Basically, this guy going in with a clean 2-0, and it's not much looking like it can stop him right now.
No. I'm thinking this is 3 straight.
All right, well,
SSM? Yes, sir.
And that's funny because this round started out exactly how Ace wanted it to.
Right.
And now look where we are. He starts out losing the round with 80% life gone.
For what it's worth, he doesn't have to think about SSM, but I mean, that's the first one we've seen. And if you're running into heavy deflects, it doesn't matter if the SSM is gone because it's going away sooner or later. 2 felt swoop. Bates is 1 round away from leaving no room between him and Painbot and Grant.
Go back to the Georgia Classic, as it pretty much is right now. Catches the backdash with a DP. Bates is just...
He's on fire.
Yeah.
Chopping him in half with the 2C again. It's not looking good for Ace at all. Doesn't have it confirmed from the jump in. Fade away anti-air, though. That's a little bit of a start. He has the lead with it, too.
And he's sitting, Bates is sitting on Rage, so he has to be a little careful.
Ooh, and he slapped the 2C out of his mouth. Yeah, that was not the cleanest opponent, but it was better than nothing.
Better than nothing. But could this be the start of a comeback? But he's enraged now.
Yeah. He doesn't feel like he's enraged because he gets enraged and he ups back. But he finds the 2C, or he finds the DP, excuse me. I thought that was a 2C because they both look the same from the start.
But he gets the first round.
First round in 6.
Bates almost poked him out of the fireball, but he still gets it anyway.
Yo, yeah, I'm about to say, he's late. I thought he was late. That felt really late because Charlotte has to run to do her throw weapon for him. She doesn't just get it for free. And that was so wise of Bates to wait and get his alpha counter so he can pick up his weapon, wreck it to the other side because he wants a bigger part of the screen. Woo. Trying to play some games behind the card as well, use it to cover his recoil. Another 2C, and a couple more of those, and we can see Bates and Grands again.
Like, even if he doesn't get the Easton, he still gets those damage pays off.
He didn't.
Takes his first game, 2-1 to Ace Uno.
That still wasn't really good for him. That wasn't good because he looks at Bates in his face, he gets the throw, doesn't take the weapon flip, doesn't take the Easton. Bates, Easton through him, doesn't take the weapon flip, doesn't take the Easton. Even with that win, that did not look clean for Ace.
You can still see like he's still kind of in a panic mode.
Yeah.
But you could, at least he's definitely doing better.
Ooh, okay.
That was very deliberate. It kind of shows me that he's starting to stabilize.
Right. Yo, Ace in the driver's seat? It seems time and time again we're saying he has the lead. Half bar, runs into a deflect. Luckily it didn't take, or that was a recoil, excuse me. Because it wasn't a deflect, he didn't lose half his life.
All right. Bates slowing things down. He was kind of running the show for a bit. Now he's kind of slowing down, forcing him to the corner. But now that Ace has kind of calmed down and found his footing, you're starting to see his game plan is a lot more effective.
There we go. Wedged into the corner, knocked down from the card. And he waited for the roll. Didn't want to give him an out of the corner. Wants to see if he can end it now.
And I actually like that he jumped into the car because it's probably the least damaging thing that can really happen to him there.
Yeah. But It's the crunch time again. Look who's got rage. Found the cross up out of the corner as well. 15 seconds to work with, and it looked like he's trying to flee the scene. Fade away with the jump in. And he weathers the storm. Wasn't ready for the wreck. But he still got 10 seconds. Still has the lead to work. Running D, puts him on the ground. Rage is about to wear out. In a second, he finds the backside 5D, and he gets the DP. Simple Putt is keeping all of the resources.
Things turning around. Looks like Ace is looking for that bounty. Woo!
But again, he's trading the 2C for a slide. Like, damage clearly going in the base's favor. But let's see what he can do. This is the first time he's had a lead coming out of the gate in about 3 rounds. He has the lead, and it's very clear by the way he's playing. Because he's on the other side of the street. I think he's down there at Dope.
Yeah, Bates is in no rush to lose any damage, but he was, wow.
Hey, man, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I bet Ace wants the answers.
Nice jump again. He's well aware of the, like, mid-screen and long-screen records. He's not letting those go for free anymore.
So now we look at a more even gameplay. Oh, nice anti-air from Bates.
Woken ready for it. And a little bit of the desperation is starting to come back from Ace, but rightfully so. Only has 20 seconds left on the clock.
And you saw how he beautifully built that rage using the just defend. And now he's just pouring on the damage from his full rage bar.
Now here's the kind of questionable thing about it. Yeah, it's already gone. So it would be nice for him to have it at the start of the next round, but it's not the worst if he gets this, which he should. I believe he should. Throw, 2C. Actually doing a little bit of help to Bates because this is building up his rage for the next round.
Yeah. Like, that's something he probably can consider because unless he's willing to burn his resources, he probably was not going to realistically kill Bates.
Right.
Instead, he was just going to put him closer to a rage state, like you said. Can't quite get over that, that fireball.
I'm starting to see the buttons come out. I mean, they've been here for a while, but now you can hear the crispness in each one of the taps and Ace as he's finding tack after tack with his hymns.
Bates going to more 2Bs and stuff instead of just throwing out the 5Bs like he was earlier.
There's one right there. But wasn't ready for the divine thrust. And I don't know so much about rolling against him because he's giving him space. Gets the weapon flip, forces the burst. There it is. Had to, didn't want to give it the weapon right now. It's too important right now. Gets the weapon flip, forces the burst out of Bates. Who's gonna crack? Thought he was in range. Lost half your life. But we're not done just yet. We're not done just yet. We still got some more to play. And there's a little bit of rage over there as well. So Ace can bring it back to him.
All right. Now things are pretty much considered even as far as resources go, but Bates still has a life lead.
We both SSM's on the table as well. Projectile game. See who gets worn down by this because just defense don't matter. 2D record no good. But Ace is slowly bringing this back out of range for the 2C. And just trading some lights. But we're finding ourselves closer to the corner. 16 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, his game plan of nickeling Diamond with Charlotte definitely looks better here.
Oh, no DP right there. Gives him another chance to play. But yo, he's out. He's out. Back pedal. 4-4. 4-4. We're out. 5 seconds left on the clock. Ace has to push it right now or he's going to be sitting in the spectators with the rest of them. 2 seconds. There's nothing else.
Backdash.
Make sure there's no random season. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Good stuff by Ace to run it back. He didn't quite make it, but it was a hell of a set. So Painbot goes to fight his roommate and longtime rival Bates for a very familiar grand finals. And so the bounty has not been claimed.
I bet you feel good about that, right?
Well, I still said I would give the winner, if they make it through without losing their bounty, I'll give the winner $40.
Okay. Hey, it's better than coming off a 90, though.
You're right. So great effort by Ace Uno, but here we are, the Georgia Classic.
You know, I have to go back and count exactly how many Sam Show tournaments we say, because it's real easy for us to say it's a classic. It's what we expect.
Yeah.
But is it literally the classic?
Not really. It's just the easiest one to point out, the most obvious one you'll see.
I mean, they talk the most trash, and they've been pretty good at backing it up. Like, there have been very few people to come in their way, and the few that have not been consistent at all. So, literally, the number 1 and number 2 headbands in the state sitting right here. Painbot working out of the winner's bracket has to take 3 games away from his roommate. That is on BigBates, who needs to knock Painbot down. Not 3 times, but 6.
And so, like, at the end of the last set, we just basically saw Painbot running back after kind of Bates having more or less a lot of control over the match.
Right.
And then he just kind of lost it after pretty much like being right at the door and winning. But he makes it to the grand finals, clearing his mind. Gonna flex those Genjuro back muscles and see what he can do.
That is so textbook. Like, as wild as it might look out the gate, that's everything I expect out of a Painbot Bates match. Deflect from the start, lose a force to try to pull some shenanigans off.
Now using the arch-typical fireball DP pattern. Yeah, gets a fairly weak punish, but he still got some damage on him.
To some degree, I'm kind of surprised he didn't just take the SSM. Now, I know it's not like the wisest thing to SSM in round 1, but that looked so easy for him. So something like this didn't happen. Ooh, gets the bait on it.
He meant to do the DP, but I think he got slightly crossed up when he got that hit.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Everybody just had this huge question mark on his face. Overhead was looking pretty random.
All right, Mason lands on the fireball. No answer from the jump C.
I'm going to be under the impression that they got to get a little warmed up to each other, a lot warmed up to each other before doing running DPs like that.
Yeah, you can definitely still see some of the roughness in there.
The mixer. 2D in the DP for the first one, 2D into the command throw for the second one. Finds the back dash, challenging the recoil, shoving him back into the corner. Flags him down with a 5D, and he gets the block in time to DP again.
So yeah, Bates is kind of on the mark with all these exchanges.
He literally has not moved off the line of scrimmage yet.
Well, Painbot is starting to push him back. Yo, Painbot was going for the big money play. Didn't quite pay off.
He knows that it's now or never, pops the rage, but finds himself on the bad end of a 2D, and that is the first game going in the books of Bates. But remember, 1 is nowhere near enough. We've seen him take 1 before.
All right, we're going to character select. Now, we know Painbot has an array of characters.
Right?
Charlotte, Haohmaru, Earthquake. He's been known to mess around with Yashimaru.
He didn't check his button. This guy right here.
I gotta play the Price is Right sound.
Number 1 headband in the state can't remember to check his buttons. Oh my God.
Looks like Painbot's greatest opponent is his own self. All right. Or maybe he just wanted his roommate to have around. Just throw him a bone.
Wow. Rude.
But in any case, he got his button set right, and we're going into game 2.
Swagger. Phone? Is that your phone?
All right, game 2.
Projectile game. Trying to see if we can get any Bates coming out of Bates. Catch him with a DP. I like that.
Yeah, one quite a punish. So big start for Bates.
Huge from Bates. And it would have been so monumental if he was able to keep him off the weapon. But he gets a wake-up DP, and now all he has to do is just wait for the rage. And it'll be such a clean round for him. Doesn't want to go into it. Knows a weapon flip could be lurking behind the corner.
All right, Painbot's rage is going down, and on the contrary, Bates is now in the rage.
And that's, yeah. You can feel the wind whiff on that one. And speaking of wind, that's the wind that's giving Painbot the lead. And you have to remember, he took SSM, and he still won the round. That is monumental.
So they have Bates down a resource in a round. So even if he gets those deflects, they're not looking as hot as they were before.
Yeah, I know, right? But still, Painbot doesn't want to press too hard into it. Gets a full deep conversion with a jump C. Looking for another one. Gets rejected by a DP. Raise DP. Ooh.
All right. Base going down with the record.
Yo, and he was looking for that. He had the reaction for it, just didn't have the range.
All right, managed to clip the fireball.
And Bates is waiting for it. You see him time and time again looking for the whip foot. Isn't ready for the recoil overhead. I want to say he's been hit by that every time that Painbot's gone through it.
Yep.
Also thought that he was clear to take off. Got flagged down by the DP.
1 up. And that was a really tight reaction right there.
Yeah. Game 3. Something is clearly on Bates' mind because he doesn't want to play the projectile game at this point. And usually he's willing to let the cards go, but I think he's really trying to focus in on where the slashers are coming in, when the heavy slashers are coming out, trying to take another read. Probably wants to prove that he can take an SSM and get the entire round. A little projected thinking, but he's also looking for the whip punish as well. When you see something like that, he's sitting full screen, looking at the 5B and trying to 2B under it. Like, he's just really in tune, or really looking for the buttons that Painbot's pressing. Not even concerned about trying to DP. Content was sitting with his lead.
All right, Painbot getting close to rage. Now he's there. He can still turn this round around.
He didn't get that, yeah. But that's not the round. We still have to be careful because weapon flip's still on the table. To the backside, gets the DP, and that would have chipped. That was chip.
Yeah.
That was chip.
But Painbot still has a little range to go.
And he finds the running B weapon flip?
Oh my God!
What a
I like that. I like that. Even though it's early, he's trying to keep him off the weapon, trying to win this now. 5C, no recoil. I don't know what the DP was about, but lucky Bates came off of his block.
Oh, I don't know if Bates meant to pick up his weapon there.
He might not. Because, I mean, this happens to me. I don't know if this happens to everybody. When you're in that situation, you kind of have it in your mind, I want to do something quick, so you still hit L. No matter what happens, that's picking up your weapon.
And I think it takes precedence over any commands that use the LZ, so.
It does. He had to take the running D punish, wasn't prepared to get a full 2C.
Oh, just
he gets that one.
Yeah, he was just slightly out of range of his own punish stuff.
And I saw him pump that DP. He felt good about that one. And Bates has been pretty consistent about that in the past couple of rounds. Like standing 2 character lengths away from Painbot and has the reaction for when he dashes in. Shuts him down with the record, goes to the backside, wants to chip, but finds
that right there, man,
of SSM.
That's just character knowledge at its finest. And will Bates pop his rage explosion? He finally blocked one.
And it was raw. Because everyone that he's been hit by has been recoiling the overhead. He just knew, or he at least had a reaction, waited for mid-screen overhead. Put the wall up on him. But even with that being said, we've seen this before. We've seen 2-1. So the question is, can Bates close this out? And even if he closes this out, there's still more work to be done in tonight. But we got to talk about game 4.
All right, uses the throw.
Woo! Cut him off with a pass. SSM? Yes, sir.
Now here we go. I believe that's the end for Painbot.
Patient Bates is so dangerous. Like, he gets so many good reactions. But Patient Bates also gets sliced in half by running B out the gate.
Bates stance breaker manages to punish it. Oh no. I mean, he wasn't going to be able to do much to that. Oh! Okay. Use the blade catch.
But I still think he lost so much by not picking up the weapon and punishing him immediately.
All right, with the 5D. That standing kick.
I think Bates lost so much from that exchange where he just M'd him on the way down, or he punched him on the way down. He should have either took the knockdown, or he really should have picked up his weapon at that point. That might have been his plan too. But either way, like, he has not been collected since then. It's been the Painbot show.
Yeah, this is kind of looking like a repeat of what happened last set. Painbot getting knocked down 2 games, and suddenly taking control.
And that looked kind of goofy because I was thinking that there was a punish there, but it wasn't there in time. 2D into a DP. Yeah, Painbot really feels walled into the corner. You see him going to the flex, but Bates skirts away from another record, going back to mid-screen. Now it's time.
He has to be, oh, never mind.
He's really looking to deflect right now? Like, I mean, it's already dangerous for Painbot to press anything past the L, and he thinks he's going for it. There was an M. There's another one. And he really wanted that easy.
He flinched.
That man is wild. That man is wild.
All right. So this was a potential match for Painbot to win the tournament and a bracket reset for Bates. All right. Yeah, nothing serious happening right now. Just kind of slight exchanges.
It's a bit of a push, but that gets quelled quickly with a block into a DP. Painbot having to fall back into no space. No real land to work with. About 10% of the stage, but Bates isn't really pushing the issue. Again, you see him playing from a long way. Wasn't ready from downtown overhead.
Yeah, Painbot mentioned earlier one of his favorite uses of that move is to go over fireballs like that. Punishes a stance break. Bates is, yeah, you notice that Bates is not using it as often now. He starts to seeing that, okay.
Gets the weapon as well, weapon flip. That's not an overhead anymore. He just got hit up. Yes, baby. I like the play from Painbot. Lost a little bit of time because he wasn't standing over his weapon, but he's in a
slightly out of the range for his DP. Wow.
It be like that sometimes.
It does. It do, man. He's going to have to collect himself for this next game, though. Oh, catches him with the far seat.
See if it's on nowhere near as much damage. 2-2Cs though, pretty much an equalizer.
Yeah, base accuracy with 2C in general is just no joke. Like you can tell, he definitely has polished his strategy. Oh!
Yeah, he's going on the offensive now. Like he sat there and he waited for a couple of buttons, didn't see anything he likes. Now Bates is putting the pedal to the metal. He's gonna get the burst. There it is. Now he has to be so careful. Yo, the bravery right there to stand there, knowing that he could have got thrown. Still paying a lot of respect over there. Jumped, he didn't get Easton. It's so scary. Is that enough though? That's really late. It's not enough. So, that's okay. That's okay. Because even giving up that round, look at everything that Bates has. He's about to tap in the rage. He still has a burst. He still has Easton. This round is Bates to lose resource-wise. Was ready for the dodge, but didn't get a big punish.
A little too slow with the punish, yeah.
Empty jump low, I see.
Yo, Painbot just lets it rip, let him know he's still alive.
Oh, that's big. That's it. That's it. That's a reset. Yeah. That's a reset. He's got to do that again.
Yep. Go ahead and put him in L.
That's one of the hardest sets that Painbot has fought, and he has to do that again.
Yeah, Bates has been playing his heart out, and so has Painbot. And we got to see if he has it in him to pull it off another one. All right, we're going back to character select.
Yeah, just try to reset everything, take a second, recollect yourself. Yo, is he gonna flip the script on him? Earthquake, I honestly think Earthquake wouldn't be a bad idea for him.
It would definitely, at least we've seen that Bates has shown weakness to it.
Right.
I mean, obviously he could have studied, but he said he wanted to stick with Haohmaru. All right, so we're going to change up the stage. Let's see what we got.
Going to the new stage. I want to see tomorrow's stage. Oh, man, but here we go into the reset from September's Reboot Monthly. Bates just brought us here after a heart clincher, 3-2 over Painbot. Again, he's got to do it again. He needs 3 more games if he can, so he can finally fell the beast. And you can see the fire in his eyes as he comes running out the gate with the running A to start things off. SSM can't get there in time. 2C, more than enough.
Yep. He wasn't sure, so he just took what was guaranteed. Yeah, Bates isn't biting on these baits anymore. He's just kind of holding his ground.
He's been so focused for like 3 games. Like, this is most of Bates that we've seen. He's just studying, waiting like a hawk. He gets hit every now and then, like so, but he's been getting so much damage. Just letting Painbot hang himself out, hang out some errant bees, run into some blocks. Wasn't ready for the 2C from the backside. Speaking of 2Cs.
Yeah, he don't feel confident in his confirms anymore. I don't know if that was deep enough in the first place.
And he air running A, good looks. And that kind of says a lot of Bates. He's still looking for him, but he's so convinced that Painbot is just gonna like give him something for free. Because he could have went in there and threw a running L. That would have been fine.
Reacts to the record this time with the far M, a far B. All right.
I like the overhead there because I think Painbot gets the idea that Bates is looking really hard for the button. So go to something that he hasn't been using very often just to throw off his rhythm.
He's always just slightly off and gets DP punished right there.
He's looking for the DP out, but no comply. How many times has he found that? He gets the burst. And he baits the Easton. That's the bigger thing. Still gets the weapon flip. Flip it up.
So he's up around and he has his own Easton available if he needs it.
Oh, but he gets the running punch. That's really big for him.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he didn't want to commit himself too hard after that.
Yeah. No DP. There it is.
All right, Bates is still in this. But it's going to be a big uphill battle. Oh, all right.
He wanted a card. He wanted a card. That's all that was.
Yeah, you can see it in his face, but he's bringing himself back down to earth. All right. 1-0 in the newly resetted bracket. Exchanging B's. Yo, I got more invincibility than you.
Big flex. And back to stalking him like a hawk.
Yeah, Bates is just. Yeah, Bates used to, in the first few games, he was definitely more antsy when Painbot was just moving around.
Right. I don't like the Rekka there. I mean, we see why hindsight is 2020, but I would have been perfectly content with him taking the slashes from the front side or the card just to keep control of center stage. He seems to get a little panicky, antsy, if you will, when he doesn't find himself in the middle road.
All right, they're running A.
Running A on the backside, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that says a lot because at this point, I kind of feel like Bates is a little bit lost. Because in the beginning when he was doing this, it was very apparent that he was actively looking for buttons and he's looking for the whiff punisher. But we haven't seen him try anything against like 5B in a while. He's like looking for the greatest catch, and Painbot's not giving it to him.
Yeah, throwing out those running. Okay. Obviously, it was like looking for a fireball there. There he goes again. We keep seeing that same pattern where Painbot's just off.
At this point, I want to say Bates is like waiting a little too much, really. He has the lead, and it's not like he needs to like go in, but he's giving Painbot a target, like a stationary target that he can just pick and choose his shots that he wants to.
And like we mentioned earlier with the running A, where it's punishable now, we still haven't seen Bates like even trying to put a button on it, on hit or block.
Right. We've seen a DP though. Running D is not enough to take the round, but running C will do it. And again, as simple as it is to say, it's so good that he didn't get crazy and try to SSM it or anything. He needs to hold on to that for a rainy day.
All right. And we've seen that Painbot has generally gotten mileage off of his rage bar. Well, now not this time.
It was going to be really hard for him because, like, Bates has been holding down back for the last hour. So unless he just caught the one time he wanted to move something like this, and he got the autocorrect, the proper input for that, that's big.
All right, well, Bates has rage.
He has SSM as well, but he's got to find the opening.
Yeah, Bates, yeah. But he has brought it down definitely far enough.
Just wanted to make sure he got some space.
All right, the tension is high. Oh, going for the slide. And that's not something he's been presenting a lot.
No, not at all. A lot of his runs has been running A's. When he has weapon flip, he looks for running B so he can get the confirm into a weapon flip. But yeah, he hasn't done running D like really at all. It's not the safest thing, but it's really nice to use from time to time, obviously to check for lows, but because it has like this bit of an awkward range, like not like a long range, but longer than you expect from running A. So it's good to slot a running D in every now and then. Gets to the flex. That's big. He bursted in round one. You don't do that.
Yeah, Bates definitely has to win this round and recoup somehow, some way.
He's not winning this round. And even if he wins it,
it's like Painbot can just see through him now.
Oh, we're done.
So yeah, he's down he's down his rage bar. All right, well, that's a good way to start the round.
Right. 2 C's are coming back, that's good. And the wreck out of the corner. It's good that you got the block. Okay.
I think Painbot is playing a little reckless because he's up the round, up for resources, and he's willing just to play the game with them and take a little more risk just to close it out. Yeah, because his risk tolerance was definitely much higher than the other rounds.
And the thing that was crazy about that is that wasn't even a combo. So after getting cleaned with a jump C, he decided blocking was not an option. But still, like you're saying, Painbot has the rage, half loaded. Still has his SSM as well, if I remember correctly.
And even on top of that, he still has more games to work with if needed. But I'm imagining. Okay, not a great start for Bates. Pours on some big damage.
Yep, that's it right there. Saw the deflect, easy reaction, running M into the weapon flip, and it's looking all but over for Bates. He gets a break, gets an SSM. That's actually the round. That's actually the round.
That's it.
That's such a big mistake. And it's an unfortunate error that's happened to Painbot quite a few times, and that's the worst time that it could happen, because that was the tournament right there.
Yep.
He's on the board. But, I mean, again, it wasn't clean. But Bates finally looks away. Taking a little bit of advice from the peanut gallery on the floor, pushing the issue a bit, and just not letting Painbot run at him for free.
Well, Painbot still gets a big confirm.
I like this. He's more active now. He's moving. He's moving a little too much, but he's moving.
All right, nice punish on the fireball. No longer plus on block. Just goading Bates to doing anything risky.
I mean, you say it's not plus on block, but apparently Painbot didn't read the patch notes. Yes, ready for it. He's been really consistent on punishing with the flex in his face. Gets a throw, another running him into a DP. Pretty any solid hit is going to close the round out. 2D into 5D puts Painbot once again on tournament point. But tournament point is not the end just yet.
I wonder if he could have weapon flipped that. But in any case, Bates is taking the lead with the record. He's going to go ahead and sit on the life lead. Yeah, he keeps trying to catch that backdash.
Like, I get the feeling that he's trying to option select. I can't remember if you can whiff cancel in this game. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, some normals is a property of normals that it can be whiff canceled.
Either way, he hasn't been accurate with it, like you're saying.
And there we go again. That errant DP getting Painbot in trouble again.
And the errant DP leaves Bates on yet another break point. Waiting a second to see if he can call the rate. And that's an adaptation. That, again, the 2D or the running D coming out. And he's going to, if that was deeper, that would have been so big.
But luckily he had the wherewithal to realize he does.
I thought they fixed that and he still didn't get the punish from it. He bursted and the burst didn't hit high enough.
All right. Baby. All right. All right, both opponents are down rage.
But Painbot is up on life. And he's up on the space as well. And he's still constantly challenging the range. Like, he's giving the space to Bates, but he's not letting him just run him into the corner for free. Making him work for it.
Oh no! And that's the game.
Yep.
That is the tournament. Congrats to our champion Painbot. Finish it off with the SSM. So first place goes to Painbot, second place goes to BigBates, and third place goes to Ace Uno. And so thank you guys for tuning in and watch some great Sam Show action. Woo. Not much else to say.
Tight battle.
Tight battle. Exciting stuff. So I'll check you guys